The wedding is cut off because of you. And then I was like, why? And then they were like, when you were flirting with your friend's husband during the people and you kissed your friend's husband, he took off his underwear. And then immediately I then knew that it's happening again. Why am I not screaming? Because my friend and the husband is there. Why am I? Because immediately after he left, a car came. Two guys came out, took me inside, and then they tried to push pills on my mouth, but I tried to fight and spit some of them out. And then I broke because I was wearing heels, I broke one of the windows. And then I don't know what happened after, but I recall them stopping at a place that was in a corner, and the car had the back of the car was facing me, and then I was kneeling there. One of them had held me. I was kneeling there. My back was facing the car, so the car was facing my back, so there would flash lights of their car on my back, and then one of them would put his hands on me. One of them was raping me. The other one would put things inside. At that moment, I didn't know what those things were. So after that, I don't know what happened. And then I woke up on the street with no panties on. One of my shoes was there. My phone was broken. So I tried to stand, but I realized I couldn't. So I had to crawl and picked up all my belongings. And then as I was moving that section where it had happened, now trying to find out where I am, I then realized we're not too far from this club. For people that were looking for you, not to find you. So it wasn't too far, and then immediately there, I could see it was the road, and then there were cars coming, and then immediately I fell, and then immediately a car, this Indian guy with a wife, they stopped, they took me, and then they asked me, should they take me to hospital or home? And then I had said, I want to go home. And then I had called a friend, which was a client of mine, because that was the only person that I trusted, that I felt like I need to call to come to the house. Now we were staying in Kyalami Boulevard, to come to the house, and then she came. I'm gonna take you to the doctor. There's a doctor close by. And then we went, I got cleaned up. And then they took out those things that they had put it in me. I got cleaned up, and then they asked me do I want to open a case. And then I said yes, but my problem was that I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember anything properly. And I then said to this friend of mine, I want to go home first, and then I'll take it from there. And then I went home, and then I had asked this friend to please stay and to please tell my boyfriend what has happened. So after our argument, he just left. He left, he never came look for me. He just left and went home. So when we got home, he was sleeping, hanging, and then my friend called him, and then my friend first his reaction was he didn't want to talk to me because he was upset. He felt like I slept somewhere. Little did he knew that I was raped. And then my friend told her, and then he was there. He then put me on his medical aid, and then I was now able to go and see counseling, because now I'm on medical aid. So I attended counseling. It was going well, but I don't know, something in me, I just decided not to attend counseling anymore, because I felt like, why am I know I should be doing it for myself, but why am I doing it? Who am I doing it for when the person that I claim to love and that claims to love me is not there? Because the social worker had said to him that she strongly suggests that he needs to come see a therapist, because that's a lot for him to take in. And he lives with me. He needs to be trained and equipped on how to take care of me, because these are not the first incidents. So I might act a certain way, and he needs to be equipped. But he never availed himself. He never went. And then also there again, that was the worst year of my life. No one home knew. I never told anyone. Now this is the 4th time. I'm starting to believe now that this is what I'm really called here for. But because in terms of getting proper jobs, in terms of being loved correctly, my relationship at home is not well. Nothing is working for me, but the same thing that hurts me keeps happening. I started to believe that this is my calling. That people can just come and take from you without asking. That's my worth. And started drinking heavily again. I left church. I started being on the streets again. And then the abuse at home was continuing. It didn't stop. And I was still being beaten up again. While he knows that I'm a person that went through this. So I just lived my life hopelessly, didn't care, didn't want anything. I didn't want to become anything. I didn't want to try to be anything. I was that sick. I was so mad at God. I was really, really, really mad, upset at him. And then I knew that I'm alone in Joburg. I'm actually a loner, not just in Joburg only, but I'm alone. And then because I'm somebody that I love life as much as it has given me so many reasons not to love it, but I love it. I'm such a lover of life, and there was just something in me that said live. And then I just loved what my hands could create. So I had already started doing hair. I had a little bit of clientele in Joburg. And then people would recommend me. And then until this, so my focus was just there on trying to live like that. But still my life was meaningless. And then until this client referred me to the Global Citizen 2018 show, and then I had to start Beyonce's dances for the Global Citizen. And then from there, I didn't know how to respond to that. It was the greatest blessing in my life. I never thought that in my career I would do such things. So immediately there and then, God showed me who He is in my life, who He can be, and what He can do. The fact that He trusted me and I got to be chosen to be the one to style those people was a blessing enough for me to live. And since then, I never wanted to die. I wanted to live. I hated so much being told that these things happen to you so that you can be a testimony to people. I I never wanted to testify. I never wanted to go through these things so that I can testify. Why can't I live a normal life like other people, then testify about that? Why should I have to feel pain in order for me to testify, to be a blessing, to tell a story? I never wanted to do that. But right after that, I then found a reason to live. Even when I had my first child, my second child, it was a blessing. But so many times I tried to kill myself, I didn't even consider them. That's how painful my life has been. That's how hurt I've been. I didn't consider that I'm leaving them. I want to die and I'm going to leave them. I just didn't care that I'm leaving them. And this has nothing to do with me not loving them. I love them. But it was way too much for me. But God gave me a reason to live by blessing me with that. I did it. It was the most amazing thing that has happened in my life. And then from there, I worked for myself, built a brand, which is Love My Do by Ncu, started my own pages on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Everything was going well. Started my own hair products and still struggled until my last incident, which is the current one. And it happened in Mpumalanga. This one I haven't told anyone. And I am not ashamed to talk about it. And if it does get out there and this person gets to see it or be told, because there's only those people that were at the wedding know about it. If they happen to see it and tell him, I do not mind, because he knows I told him. It was my friend's last year, July. It was my friend's wedding. I was a maid of honor. She asked me to be her maid of honor. So she had a traditional wedding in Ncumisa. It was amazing. It was lovely. There was a situation. I had went to my house to get a jacket to wear. And then as I was coming back, a friend of mine that I had invited, that lives in Fourways, that I had invited to come with me for that wedding weekend, I had left her by my friend's house where the ceremony was, and then I had went to my place to get a jacket. So as I was going back, she called me and then she said, the wedding is cut off because of you. And then I was like, why? And then they were like, when you were flirting with your friend's husband during the people, and you kissed your friend's husband. And then me not being me, I wanted to go and confront that, because there's no way you can say that I did something that I didn't do, and on my friend's wedding day with her husband. So as I was walking there, the friend that was getting married was coming to me, to my place. So we stood outside, and then she told me that what happened, and that she believes me, and the only reason she feels good is this thing. There's a reason why I'm telling this story from the beginning. As I'm telling my last incident of rape, it will then make sense why I was mentioning that. So she then told me, I understand why they are saying those things, because me and you have been friends for 2 years, and I had only asked you to be my friend, to be my maid of honor, while they've been in my life forever. So please don't make them push you not to come to my wedding tomorrow in Mpumalanga, because you're going to have to come and speak, and I have no one else, and you can't turn me down now. I didn't want to go because I was then painted as this person. You can imagine how you're going to speak in front of everyone that has an idea that you want the friend's husband. But I had to flash what I was feeling and make it about my friend. We went to Mpumalanga, it was lovely, it was amazing, the wedding went well, it was nice. So now it was a Monday, the wedding has passed, we're just chilling there, we're having a braai, getting to know the family of the husband, and a few of my friends' friends were there, so we're about like 7, including my other friend. So we were drinking, obviously having fun inside the house, and then the mayor was also there, the mayor of Mpumalanga. I'm not sure what's that area, I forgot that area in Mpumalanga. He was there, and then, because he's friends with the husband, he was there, and then he had said to us that he's going to book for us a place to sleep in. It was agreed, it was done. And then I got drunk, and then I had asked to be excused, I want to go sleep. And then I went and slept. And then as I woke up, I had told the girls that the mayor said he has booked for us, so when I wake up, we're going to go and sleep by the B&B. As I woke up, there's this guy now that's a friend with the husband that I haven't seen him on the wedding day, the traditional wedding that was in Ncumisa, and the other wedding that happened in Mpumalanga. I didn't see him. He only got to the place on Monday later that day, and I only saw him when I woke up. So as I'm walking out, my friend says, no, this guy says we are going, let's go to his house. I'm like, how? And then I go to him. I'm like, Puti, why when you just got here and then you're calling the shots that we're going to your house? You're not going to your house. The mayor has said he has booked for us. And then the mayor had said, no, it's fine. You guys can go. And then immediately the husband and the wife, which is my friend, they said to me, Ncumisa, when I come in, you're sleeping by us. So in my head, I'm thinking we're going to this B&B. And then they're just going to follow us. We're not going to this guy's house. Fine. As we're driving, there's no car now that's following us. And then it's just me, my friend, and the husband, and the other lady, which is my friend's other friend. So we get to this house. I'm still clueless whose house is this. I'm thinking it's a B&B or a house that was booked for us to sleep in. As we get there, then this guy comes as well behind us. And then he's like, welcome to my house. And then I'm like to my friend, what is happening? And then she's like, no, we're sleeping here, friend. Tawa and I are sleeping here, and you sleeping here. That's why I took you to come. I'm like, but what about my other friend? I'm not sure if she's safe. Where are they? And it's like, no, they're fine, those ones. They're going to sleep by the B&B. They got the B&B. I was like, okay, sharp. And then we were drunk, we were tired. So my friend then was pregnant. So she then, and the husband went inside the room. So they showed me. So in this house, it was a 3-bedroom apartment. The first bed, which is the main bedroom, it's where my friend and the husband are going to sleep. And then the second one, it's where I'm going to sleep with this girl. And then that third one, which is the one that I was thinking, go to this guy, the owner of the house is going to sleep in, but doesn't have a bed. So he then said that he's going to sleep on the sofa. So me and this girl, we go to our room. She dresses up in her PJs, taking off her clothes, and then we sleep. And then immediately comes a knock, says they must leave. And then they jumped, and then she dressed up, and then she asked Ukuti, but why? And then they were like, no, there's a room available by the B&B, and they want all of you to fill it. So when you can leave, this one can stay. This one is me. So I stayed, I slept, I was tired, she left. And then the owner of the house was supposed to sleep by the sofa. So this guy then came, knocked in the room, and had asked me if I want tea. I was so drunk that time. I was sleepy, tired, and then he asked me if I want to have tea. I was like, no. And then he went and made himself tea. He came back and sat next to me in the bed. And then he was like, I want to get to know you. And then I was like, yo, Puti, can we please do this tomorrow? I'm really tired, I want to sleep. And then he finished his tea, and then he went and put it in the kitchen. Then he came back, he undressed himself, he entered the bed. And then I was sleeping facing that way, my back facing him. So I wasn't really sleeping, I was just facing that way. Now I'm thinking to myself, what is happening here? Is this a hookup or what's happening? And this person, I don't know, I didn't see him on the wedding. I just met him that day. And then he goes in there, he touches me. I'm like, I don't want. Called his name so many times, told him so many times that I don't want. And I remember it got to a point where I had to turn and look at him, and I was like, I don't see you that way. I don't look at you that way. I don't want you. Don't want us to do this. I don't want this. And he was like to me, yo, I can't resist you. You are too hot. And then I slept, faced that way again. And then as I'm sitting there now, I'm trying to think, is it going to happen again? What's happening? But also I'm giving him a benefit of a doubt because he's friends with my friend's husband, and that guy, I respect him, he's a good guy, so he won't do such things. And as I was sleeping, he started touching me, touching my boobs, and all the time when he touches me, he'll be like, ooh, you know, and he would just have this sound. I don't know what my body was doing to him. And he then begged me, he got heated up, and then he then begged me to please allow him to put it inside my thighs. I don't know how many times I said no, and he never listened. He took off his underwear, and then immediately I then knew that it's happening again. I was sleeping facing that way. I had to now speak to my mind and equip my body, my mind, my soul that it's happening again. And it moved from him putting it on my thighs to him actually pushing it inside. Now, this point, I should ask Uguti, why am I not screaming? Because my friend and the husband is there. Why am I not screaming? Why am I not calling them? Why am I silent about it? Why am I trying to fight it silently? Because there's actually people that can actually help me out. But I couldn't because of the incident that had happened on the first wedding that I want the husband, because I was then told Ncumisa is dramatic and whatnot. So I didn't want to mess up my friend's weekend by then now screaming and saying that this guy is doing this to me. I kept quiet, I didn't scream, I just didn't want to be called dramatic again. I slept. He did it until I had to say to him, I'm tired, can you please move? I need to go to the bathroom. So as I was walking to the bathroom, I had then switched on the lamp that was closer, and then as I was standing, the blanket, I flipped it. As I was flipping it, I saw that there was blood. And then I went to the bathroom. I sat there until for like an hour, and then he came and knocked, are you fine? I was like, yes, I'm fine. He's like, no, you need to come out. And then I got out, and then I went back. As I was going back, I saw that he had tried to hide that blood, but little did he knew Guti I had already seen. And then little did I know Guti, it's already morning. It happened the entire night. So I then stayed there, numb. Now I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm gonna start this. I wanna tell my friend because she knows my other incidents, but I don't know how I'm gonna do this because there was this issue earlier on that I had drama. I tried to mess up her wedding, And as I'm laying there crying, I could hear now other people are coming in because we were promised that they're going to make a prayer for us before we leave. Other people are coming in. And my other friend that I had invited to the wedding, I could hear her asking, Ncumisa, ndifuna ubona uNcumisa. And this guy tried to ignore her until she went and looked in all the rooms until she got to the room where I was. She was like, Ulapa, why are you not saying anything? I've been screaming your name. And then she saw me crying. So we call each other, Mchana, are you fine? And then I started crying. And then immediately, because she also knows some incidents because I write about them on Facebook. And then immediately she couldn't believe that at this age, I'm still experiencing the same thing. And she got to witness a little bit of that. It happened like around her. Immediately she said we should pray. She held my hands. We prayed. And then I showed her the blood. And then she said to me, I must take pictures. We took pictures of that blood. We thought that there was going to be evidence enough. And then we didn't know whether I should take a bath or not. And if I don't take a bath, I want to go and open up a case. Where will we go? We don't know Mpumalanga. Who will we talk to? We don't know these people that are here. We stayed there, cried until my friend's cousin sister came and be like, there's food, you guys must come eat. So my friend and I didn't want to show people that this had happened until we figure out what are we going to do. And then we went. As I got out of the door, this guy was jolly, fine, as if he did nothing. It was life as usual for him. And I tried to eat, I couldn't. I tried to be okay and not show people, but I couldn't. I was so silent and everyone was asking if I'm fine. And I lied, I said I am, including my friend that was getting married. I said I am, but I could see that she sees that I'm not fine. Until I asked my friend to walk with me, the one that prayed with me, to walk with me. I just want to walk. I just want to take a walk. I don't want to be here. And then we took a walk. Everyone was sitting outside. We took a walk, a very long one. I told her how it happened. We were mad. We didn't know what to do. She also understood. She wanted me to go to the police station. We didn't know where to go, who to talk to. And we also had this thing at the back of our heads that there was that story that had happened. Now we're going to come up with another drama. So I was like to her, I begged her not to tell anyone until I'm ready. So the mayor was there. He could see that I wasn't fine. And then he had asked to walk with me and Mchana, my friend. Then we walked. As we were walking, I cried. I couldn't take it in anymore. The mayor was there. And then I told him what had happened. And then he said he was shocked. He didn't know, he didn't have words. And then he just asked me, he kept on asking me how it happened and whatnot. And then he could just ask me, so what do you want to do about it? And then I was thinking that I'm telling you, you're the mayor, you're the friend, you have powers here, you know, you can call the cops. At least I told you. Because I don't know anyone, I don't know anything about this place. But now you ask me, what do I want to do about it? I was like, I don't want to tell my friend now because they're still enjoying with the husband. I don't want to mess this up because I'm realizing the moment I open my mouth and tell her their wedding weekend will be finished. And I wouldn't like it to be the one that ruins it. So I was like, please, I'm begging you, until I'm fine, I'm going to tell them, but when I'm fine. And then we went back, and then we took a walk again with the mayor's friend, but they call each other boy. And then we were closer with them, and then we took a walk again. We told him, and apparently he's a rape activist that side. He was so upset. He wanted us to go and open a case. He knows places, he knows people. But for me, it just didn't feel right. We're gonna leave. What are we going to say? Where are we going? And then it's gonna be the end of the beautiful wedding. I was like, no, not now, not like this. I'm gonna tell them when I'm fine. Please keep it to yourself. Try and be fine. And then he tried. He didn't want to, but he tried. And then we went back, sat outside. So now what this guy was doing, he would come, or if he's serving ice or food or whatever, snacks, would be like, baby, do you want? So he would call me baby and baby, like we're dating. And then I just didn't like that. I didn't feel good about it. I then sat there, and then until he could notice that I'm not fine, I'm looking at him in another way. And then I had called my other friend, the one that I call Mchana. I was like, Mchana, I'm going to call this guy to his room, and I'm going to tell him I want to see if he knows, because now he's acting as if we're dating. I'm going to call him. And then Mchana was like, if that's what you want, Mchana, do it. Confront him. I called him in front of everyone. Obviously, people were thinking lovers because he's been calling me baby. And I called him, and then we went to the bedroom, and then he sat down. He's like, you're not fine. I'm like, yes, I'm not. And it's because of you. And I was like to him, do you know what you did to me? He started apologizing. I'm like, before you apologize, do you know what you did to me? Do you know that you've raped me? Do you know how many times I said no to you and you didn't want to listen? You raped me. And then he was like to me, I take full responsibility and I'm sorry. It's just I couldn't resist you, so I had to forcefully force myself to you because I was too heated. I couldn't control myself. And then I was like to him, that's all that I needed, because I don't want you now when I walk out of this door and when you hear about this and you will say that I'm saying things that are not there. At least now we've confirmed to me. I'm going to tell, because I want you to know, I'm going to tell my friend, I'm going to tell the husband what you did. I am not fine. You've raped me. You had woken up other rape incidents that I'm trying to heal from them. And then I'm just not fine. And then I left him. I went to the car. And then my friend followed me, the one that was getting married, wanted to talk to me, asking me I'm fine, because this is, I was like, I'm fine. I just couldn't tell her she was pregnant. It was a wedding, heavily pregnant. It was a wedding. I just couldn't do that to my friend. I love her so much. And then until we came back to Ncumisa, we stayed there, I think, a week. And then after, she came to see her family, because she used to live closer to, in Ncumisa, she has a family that I used to live closer to. And then I would go visit them. And then I went there, and then I told her that what has happened. She was so upset, and then she wanted to tell the husband. I was like, no, don't do it. I will tell him, sorry, when I'm ready. And then she said, okay, friend, I will do that. Anything you need, I'm here. And then this guy, I don't know where he got my numbers from, and then he started calling me and saying to me that, can we please meet? He wants to take me out for a weekend and talk about this. I was like, it's not going to happen. I immediately switched off, because when my phone rang, I didn't know who it was because I don't have the numbers. And then immediately when I realized it's him, I immediately switched off the phone. And then I screenshot and sent my friend that this person called me and he said 1, 2, 3. And then my friend had said to me that before that, my friend had said to me, she told the husband, but not everything, and the husband wants to speak to me. And then the husband called me that day later and said he wants to talk to me about what has happened. His wife had told him what happened, and he is so sorry, and that he's a lawyer. The husband is a lawyer. This guy works in parliament, is into ANC and all those things, politics. So they're very big people. So now my friend's husband said to me on the phone that, I just want to give you an advice, Ncumisa. We are really sorry that you had to go through that, and thank you so much for keeping your feelings over what happened on our wedding day, but make it about us and not about you. And that if I were to, and then as we were talking, I told him I want to open a case. And then as we were talking, he was like to me, I'm not saying don't open a case, but as a lawyer, remember this thing has happened a week or 2 weeks ago, I think. So now you're only going to go now and open a case. They have no evidence in you that said this person slept with you and whatnot and whatnot and whatnot. So they're going to cross-question you. They're going to put you in a corner. These things I know because I'm a lawyer. I deal with them most of the times. And they will make you feel ngati you don't know your story or you're lying. So he gave me all of those information. And if I was, he's saying, if I was this guy, which is his friend that had raped me, I was gonna approach you and apologize and make it up to you. Making it up to you, it doesn't matter if it's money or what, but I was just gonna do that and say sorry. And sorry shouldn't be sorry with words only. It should be more than that. As he was talking, I became silent, didn't know what to say to him because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And then I immediately dropped the phone after he was done. And then I think I said my last words to him, I will see. And then my friend asked me what did the husband said. Then I told her. And then I was like, you know what's the funny thing, friend, is the fact that your man thinks that money or whatever that this guy has to apologize with to me will take away the pain that this guy has caused me. Because that's a very deep wound. That's a wound that I'm going to live with forever. No money will be able to erase that. And the fact that I was there to support you guys on your wedding, and then this is the response I'm getting from you guys. I was like, it's fine. I've been lonely on my own on my other incidents. I never had people that wanted to be there for me, and I dealt with most of these things on my own. So it's okay. I can still take this, and I will be fine. I'll deal with it on my own. I don't need you guys. Until a certain point when my friend now was reporting to me that the husband and this guy in Mpumalanga, they were talking, and apparently she feels like the guy is going to come see me and give me money to apologize. I ignored that, and then I had told my other friend now what's the situation. So my other friend, the one that I call Umchana, was wanted by the mayor. So her and the mayor, they've been talking, and the mayor had said to her that someone had told this guy that I'm a person that wishes to open a business one day, and I'm not working. At the moment I wasn't working. So it looks like you'll be given a tender and then you can start your business. And a tender of, I think she said 50K. And then my friend was so upset at the mayor for even saying that to her, and the mayor was like, he feels good, that's the best thing to be done. So my friend was so upset, she even deleted the mayor's number and blocked him. So we're just upset that it's amazing how this man can do these things to us. and the husband has confronted the guy, and the guy did not say no. The guy actually agreed that he did it, and then now they want to bribe me so that I can keep quiet and just leave. And also to find out that there was someone that told him that I'm not working and I'm a hairstylist, I want to open my own salon, that he was told those things. That means it's somebody that knows me that had suggested those things. And can't really get much into that now in here, but so there was that amount of money. And then again, the mayor came and spoke to me, if I don't take this money, your life, and you come out, your life will be at stake. You're gonna have to run for your life because this person is big and then I really think that it's best that you take the money. I was like, I don't need the money. At that time, I really needed money, but I didn't want it that way. So I had switched off from communicating with them, everyone, and I had switched off from letting my friend know about what was happening regarding me. Do I still want to open the case or not? I just kept quiet, tried to move from it, and until today, I kept quiet. I've never said anything to anyone, and my family doesn't know about this one. There were only three things that kept me going, and they still keep me going. It was love, the love of life that I have, and the love that I want to give out to people, to my kids, to my family, to my mom. Secondly, it was faith. I don't know how I got the faith, but though I had to hold on to that. And hoping that tomorrow will be better, hoping that it's not going to happen again, hoping for a better life, and just having faith through it all. Hi, my name is Ncumisa Madikane, and I have been through the most.